Hey babes, it's B. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am doing my October plan with me. And yes, I know that this is a very late video. I've been pretty busy in my life recently. I'm still trying to figure out how to balance everything going on. I did actually film this in September, but I guess I really haven't had the time to actually get to editing it. So it's done. I'm filming this voiceover on Halloween, so happy Halloween. This should be going up tomorrow, which is November 1st, which means that October is over by then. But I still want to have it up in case any of you guys actually wanted to watch it. I know October is over, maybe it'll give you some inspiration for next year. But I really did enjoy this theme, which is why I want to put it up, just so that it's there. I don't know, I really liked it. So for this month's theme, I decided to go with Coraline, and I did post all of my spreads from this month on Instagram. I usually do that even if I don't post my plan with me right away. So if you want to go follow me on there, because I know I have been struggling editing these videos and putting them up before the month actually comes, you can probably go look at my spreads on my Instagram and still see what theme I chose and how I ended up doing it. So yeah, right now on a separate sheet of paper, I am drawing a Coraline doll. Kind of tried to make her look a little bit creepy, just to go with the spooky October vibes. And then I have the Beldam, the other mother's creepy little hand holding her, basically. I think it turned out really good, honestly. And then I just cut this out and put this on a piece of black paper, which you'll see me do in a few minutes. But I really think this turned out very cool. I'm so sorry that you're seeing it now, but at least it's up. I'm glad that it turned out this way, and I'm really happy that I got to use this theme for a whole month. Literally, this is one of my favorite themes this year. I don't know if it's my favorite one because I kind of have to look back at all my other ones, but it's definitely one of them. I think it really turned out cool. So right now I'm using this crafting knife according to what I bought at Hobby Lobby, though I always call it an X-Acto knife. But I'm using this to cut it out just so I can not like bend it or mess it up in any way, because usually when I cut it out with scissors, I tend to bend the paper a little bit, and I didn't want that to happen. I only use the scissors on like really big portions, but for the most part I use this X-Acto knife just so that I could be more detailed with my lines and not mess anything up. Right now I'm using this black paper from a journal with black paper in it. I just got that at Hobby Lobby, sort of. I got it for my birthday, but it's from Hobby Lobby. It doesn't have any dots on it, like a dot grid or anything. It's just blank. But yeah, so I just glued in the Coraline doll that I had just cut out, and for the positioning that I wanted it kind of in the middle of the page, so the arm didn't go all the way up, so I just added a little piece of paper at the top and just colored it gray. It kind of looks good, actually. It has a little line where it's at, but it looks like it's supposed to be there since this hand is kind of metallic and all the pieces are fitting together. So I think it turned out pretty good, and you can't even see the mistake, so that's a good way to cover it up, I guess. Right now I'm using my Sakura white jelly roll pen to write out October at the bottom, and I did a button for the O, which I thought was super cute. Anytime I have an O, I use the button, unless I have an O twice. Like in October I have 2 O's, but I kept one of them regular because I didn't want to overdo the buttons either. Then I also drew some stars in the background to make it look a little more filled. I didn't want to leave it just empty black. On the other side of the page I have my quote. I really like the way that this one turned out too, even though this one's just black and white. I didn't end up using any color on this page, though that was kind of coincidental. I used the quote from one of the ghost children whenever Coraline is trapped behind the mirror. It says, "Hush and shush, for the Beldam might be listening." If you know the movie, you know why I said it like that, because that's like exactly how he says it. To decorate the quote page, I added a button, a needle, and some thread, and I also added some washi tapes. Alright, now moving on, I am doing my calendar, and for this month, I did black paper for my calendar. I actually got this idea from Mira's journal. She did it for her October setup, so I did the same because I thought it would fit my theme really well. And it did, and obviously, as you can see, I messed up. I drew a white line where I wasn't supposed to, so I had to cover it up and do it all over. I did it twice actually, but you know, mistakes happen. You just gotta cover it up and move on. But I think it turned out really good, and I'm really glad that I used the black paper. I was just gonna draw some boxes, but I didn't, so I think this turned out better anyway. And at the top, to line it so it doesn't look as boring, I guess, I just added a really thin washi tape that I have that is just stars, and I thought it turned out pretty cute. In the empty space that I have in the upper left corner, I drew the box with the button eyes that the other mother gives Coraline in the movie when she asks her to stay forever, and then Coraline's, "No, you're not sewing buttons in my eyes." So that's what that box is from. I think it turned out pretty cool. It looks similar in my opinion. So yeah, I tried to make it sort of button related everything basically, just because that's basically Coraline to me in my mind. But I also wanted to add different parts of the movie, but mostly everything's just buttons. Alright, now at the top of the page, I'm writing the word October, and again, I'm using the O as the button, except in this time, I did it in black since I don't have a black background at the top. And then I also drew these needles with the string going through, kind of like sewing and stuff. I thought that was a nice touch as well. Oh, and I also added the cat. I thought this was really smart of me actually, because in the movie the cat kind of goes from different places, like they're portals, I guess that's how he explained it. But so I basically have him going through a portal right now. Like half of his body is out of one portal and the other half is like out of another portal, so that's why he's kind of cut in half, coming out of two places too. Moving on, I'm doing my gratitude log. I brought it back, like I forgot it in September. I didn't mean to leave it out, but I brought it back this month because I missed it. There were days that I was feeling really grateful and then I didn't have anywhere to put it, so I brought it back. And I know I spelled gratitude wrong. I have no idea how that happened, but whatever. It says gratitude, it's just spelled incorrectly, so I just left it. I didn't even notice that I had messed it up until the flip through, and then I just didn't want to fix it because you really can't tell. I mean, it says gratitude, that's kind of how it's said, gratitude, but whatever, it's not that big of a deal anyway. Then on the other side of the page, I'm doing my content schedule, and again I use the black paper as my calendar kind of background, and I did the white lines again. I didn't mess up this time, so thank goodness. And at the top I wrote content schedule, of course, and the O is a button. Super cute. Yep, love it. And let me just explain this thing I have in the middle with the stars. At first my sister was confused too, so that's why I have to explain. It is actually supposed to be kind of like her sweater that she wears when the other mother gives it to her, and then she goes and watches the show with the old ladies that turn into young people. That's the sweater. It's like blue with white stars, but I didn't want to draw just the sweater, so I kind of had this little magical thing going on. And then at the bottom of that, I did a quote that says, "Gave all that we asked, yet we still wanted more." And I thought that was kind of ironic and perfect for the gratitude log, so that you're grateful for what you get instead of asking for more and then dying because the other mother sews buttons in your eyes. The next spread that I'm doing is my mood tracker. I really should give up with these, honestly. I keep trying, but I can never finish filling them out. I really do good at the beginning of the month, like every time. I fill it out for at least 2 weeks, I think. And then toward the end of the month, I just give up. I don't know. I guess I forget about it or something, but it's always towards the end of the month. I just never fill it out. And it's a pattern. I've noticed it. It's like every single month you can see the beginning is always filled out, and then at the end it's just like blank. But I always give it a try. You can't fault me for trying. For this one, I just drew a bunch of buttons. So like I said, I'm really focusing on the buttons with this theme. And I also did the button key that she uses to go to the like other world for the little door, because I had noticed that I hadn't actually put the key in there, and it's kind of iconic, so I put it in there. As it's like, oh my god, I thought I was smart, but I used the key to represent the key for my mood tracker. I know, so smart. And then I added some stars with the same Pentel Sunburst that I used on the cover page, just so that that black didn't look so blank. Now on the other side of the page, I'm doing my brain dump, and I did the same kind of header that I had done for my mood tracker. So I just kind of ripped a black piece of paper and stuck it on the bottom this time because I wanted it to look a little different. And I wrote brain dump using my white Sakura Jelly Roll pen. And for the font that I've been using throughout all these spreads, it's basically the Coraline font that is on the cover for the movie. I kind of just tried to copy that style. There was not an actual font. I kind of just tried to copy that. I added some washi tapes, which I got new washi tapes specifically for this theme, and they fit perfectly, and I loved it so much. They're black and sparkly and starry and beautiful. So yeah, I use washi tapes like in every single spread this month because I loved them so much. I got them from Amazon. I will leave a link in the description just in case any of you guys want to get those. So I don't know the specific brand, I'm sorry, but I just know I got them from Amazon, and they're really cute and good, and it comes with a lot. Like I have gold ones and silver ones. So right now I'm using the silver ones because I was focusing on the silver, the whites, the blacks with this theme, but I also have gold ones in case I ever want to use those in the future. Right now, the spread that I'm working on is the first weekly for October. For this spread, I did a horizontal layout, and the buttons are serving as the little background for the numbers, which didn't work out so well, so I had to fix a little bit because I used this silver Pentel Sunburst pen, and it was like really shiny, so it kind of blended in with the white parts, so you couldn't really tell what the number was, so I had to outline it. It was a whole hassle, but it turned out pretty cute in the end, and it was a cute idea to begin with. To make the boxes look a little less bland, I added some sparkles with my Pentel Sunburst pen, and I also added some needles and thread and stars around just to fill in any empty space and make it look a bit cuter. So here is the final flip through for my October 2020 bullet journal setup. I really love this theme. I know I say that about every theme, but I really think this is one of my favorites. I hope you liked this video, and I hope you liked this theme, and I'm so sorry that this video is late, but if you did like it, go ahead and give it a like, comment something nice down below, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more videos from me. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.